What's up, guys? This is the Utahlk Podcast. It's our first official show. We're really happy to be here. My name's Weston.
My name's Reed.
My name's Ethan.
I'm Taylor.
I'm Lucas.
I'm Dax.
Sadly, our full cast isn't here today. We're missing Joe and Andrew.
Who's Joe and Andrew?
Joe Mama, Andrew Dad.
She was built as a bridging vehicle. During combat, two of these would jump over a river towing cables. Over here on the throttle, flip that open and throttle up. This will boost you into a rampless jump.
Today we're going to be discussing the new Tesla CYBERTRUCK that was released a few days ago, and actually Taylor's going to give us some more details on that.
All right, so first off, the thing that everyone obviously noticed is it does not look like a conventional vehicle. Mm-hmm. It looks like a wedge. Like, it's essentially two triangles pasted together.
It's just like a triangle on top of a rectangle. That's all the
that's what it is.
Looks like something I'd build in like kindergarten out of blocks.
So what we can tell from the comments section of all these Tesla reviews is either it's like 50% of the people love it, 50% of the people hate it. I think everyone sitting at this table thinks it's a really neat design.
I mean, it's a cool design. I can see where they're going with it. I mean, they're not like, they're not going off of what other things are based off of.
It's Elon Musk. He's going to do everything different.
Not conventional trucks.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it doesn't look like a normal truck, but I mean, it's pretty sick. It looks smooth.
One thing is you can't see the mirrors. Like, there's no mirrors, and we don't know anything about that. So what we're thinking is there's like going to be a little camera on the windshield, and essentially the window is going to be the rearview mirror.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
I don't know. I feel like part of the look is just it's weird because you can tell like they're trying to be a little subtle with it, make it look really sleek, but they're also coming out like pretty aggressive with all the really just kind of straight lines and just pretty just
It's a radical design.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like a Back to the Future design. Like, they know that people are gonna like that design. Some people, at least.
I mean, it's kind of what we were going with yesterday, talking about how, like movies in the 80s, that's what the future looks like, those polygonal shapes, vehicles and homes, and that's like the future is coming now.
Though it may look a lot different on the outside. Right here is the inside. This is what it looks like. So as you can see, it's got 6 seats. The roof is a bit low. It's got like this granite-looking dashboard, and it's got this massive screen in the middle for like a navigation computer thing.
It does not control everything, though. I mean,
I'm not sure. I know that Tesla, you can play games on it.
Yeah,
like they recently released Cuphead for it.
Yeah.
And then the steering wheel is like a race car steering wheel. Like it's like
and they did
less than a quarter of a wheel. Yeah, it's got the Roadster steering wheel.
And you can tell like they tried to. It looks like it's pretty spacious in the front and back. Like headspace doesn't look that great, but I mean it looks.
Yeah, the ceilings are low because of the meeting in the middle of the two lines.
And it looks like it's a window like all the way up to the top and even further back.
Yeah, it got a nice moon roof up there, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that this Tesla is going to be great because, I mean, it has a stainless steel exoskeleton, as you all know. I mean, so it's going to be safer. It's going to be way safer than any other Tesla because it's going to be way more impact resistant.
Yeah.
I mean, even though in the test, the glass kind of failed, it's 10 times stronger. I mean, even Ethan said so.
The whole thing is bulletproof, so.
Yeah, so
it's safer and stronger.
So instead of just having like a frame with a body on top of it with that extra weight, basically they made an exoskeleton that is the body and frame in one. So it'll be a bit lighter and more efficient.
Yeah.
So the durability of the Tesla, this is all going into the practicalities of it. And so this thing is just like amazing with how useful it is. Like, it's got a towing capacity. Like, there's 3 models essentially. You got the one.
The what?
It's got the first one is a 2-wheel drive, just base model. The second one is all-wheel drive. It doesn't have like any racing things. Or like very high stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and so between the different levels. What?
No.
Between all the different levels, there's different amounts of weight it can haul. All of the weight is insane for this electrical motor. So the towing capacity on the highest model is 14,000.
I would guess that would kind of go down to the base model as well. I mean, it may be a little bit less, but...
The base model was less than that, but the bed capacity was the same throughout all the models.
Yeah.
It was like 3,500 pounds.
Yeah, that was
bed
for the
capacity.
highest model.
Yeah.
That's still a ton, though. Like, what are you going to put in the bed of your truck that weighs that much?
You can put, in the pictures, in the promo pictures, you could put a dirt bike in the back of that thing.
Oh, yeah.
That thing...
They put a quad in the back.
Yeah, this thing's a tank, and it's meant to carry your guns in the back.
I mean, while we're on the subject, though, I mean, with the promotional pictures, there's the ATV in the back of the truck. Do we think that's going to be released anytime soon?
I personally do, because I don't see why they would put a charging port in the back.
Yeah.
I just personally don't see that happening without them doing that.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
I mean...
And this ATV is sick. It, like, matches the look of the truck.
Yeah, it's very aggressive.
I mean,
very
the
sleek.
question is will it come with the truck?
No.
No, not at all.
Nothing has been said about the ATV.
Yeah,
so
they just
far.
said they made one. I could see them coming out with it because it fits it so well.
Tesla super fans are going to see it and be like, I want that.
I mean,
Yeah.
the only difference between that and a normal ATV is that it's electric and it's way more expensive.
This is a really cheap car. Like, the base model was 40,000.
And the top was 70.
Yeah.
Well,
but you
okay.
can get the self-driving for an extra 7,000, but that's like a whole different topic.
When you say cheap, I mean...
It's not necessarily like
it's
a real
cheap for
considering
that's
that's
not
not
Brand
cheap.
new
Like,
cars here. I mean,
like when you see it, you would think, oh, that's worth like 120 grand easy.
oh yeah.
But
like for
they
the
did
car
a third of
itself, that is so cheap. Like
Yeah.
for what they're creating, I mean, it's pretty honest of them giving like that low of a price because they could honestly inflate that so much.
And kind of going back to like that ATV part, in the picture and in the video of the unveiling, in the tailgate they have a drop down ramp, so that goes in ties into the practicality of it. Of hey, we did something like really impressive that no one saw coming. That's very practical. Can be used for many reasons.
Yeah,
And it's such a simple thing, but it takes it just a step
I think that's
further.
kind of part of what Tesla's like envisioning here is efficiency and like
Practicality.
Practicality, yeah, exactly.
It's like a U-Haul like ramp for loading up your
Everything's coming
dishwasher.
into the same thing. Like this is where we're gonna be when.
Well, do we know how the trunk opens? Like the bed?
So it's a Tesla. Like,
It's
is it
not
automatic?
gonna be normal. I mean, it's a little button that pulls it up.
Yeah.
Is it just gonna like fold back and up, and that's the on ramp, or does it just open up?
So it comes out the tailgate. So when you pull the tailgate down, there's this little thing that you open, and it just pulls it out.
And then with the trunk, there's a cover for it. We're not sure if it's like if it slides into the truck or if it lays on top of it. But that thing is like just as durable as the shell. Like they say that you could like get up on top of it and start jumping up and down on it and it would be fine.
And comparing it to the shell, it's literally indestructible. They took a sledgehammer to it and just scuffed it.
That's insane.
Do we know how big the bed of the truck is?
So I believe it's 6.5 feet long. And compared to like a Ford F-150, those are like, the full-size bed is like 6 foot or just over.
A little more space.
Yeah, I don't think it's as wide, but it's longer.
You know, it can fit an ATV in there.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have a trailer coming out too? That was in there too.
We had the trailer picture.
Saw the trailer.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
that would be kind of a big step for
This
now.
looks kind of like something that they drew up. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
It
that
doesn't-
trailer looks like it looks like a mobile like bunker practically.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
that's
probably
basically
it would
what
be
it is.
strong
I mean,
enough.
Yeah, it's a mobile bunker.
I mean, I could see them making it, but I don't know if they'd have. It would be a long time before they did it.
Yeah, it's just a cool accessory to match the truck.
I mean,
Yeah.
it will be years and years before everybody owns something like that. Like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Like, we'll be old by the time everybody owns something cool like that.
Yeah.
Everyone.
yeah, these things are gonna get cheaper.
I mean, I
Yeah.
could see other trailer companies doing something
Yeah.
similar. I mean, they're already doing it with the fully encased.
Yeah.
Like it's a room.
well,
They're
Tesla
they're trying to make something new.
Tesla
Yeah.
is the future. Like, if you're a car company, you got to step it up. You know, like you
Yeah.
got to
Yeah,
modernize.
We're
There's-
seeing car companies
Yeah,
all
all
over
the
the place being
people are now,
self-driving,
like- Yeah.
electric hybrids, all these.
Yeah.
And not to mention, like, this thing is incredibly eco-friendly.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
everyone's talking about emissions and the destruction of the planet, and this thing, Elon himself, our god Elon, he has claimed that like Tesla is the car of the future and that everyone needs to switch to electric to save our planet.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're not putting, like, off exhaustion fumes. You're not using any oil
And gas. This thing is crazy cheap.
compared
Oh,
to
yeah.
gas.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah. You
You
just
save a
plug that
lot of
thing in.
power, man.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I believe it was 15 minutes of charge for 100 miles of range, I believe.
That's not bad. That's
It's
good.
500
I mean-
miles of range for.
And the top model had like 500 miles of range, and I think the bottom had 230.
Yeah, it was like 250 or something.
Dang.
I mean, that's still.
That's
mean,
that's
time.
real far for a
I
truck.
mean, compared to, like, gas trucks,
Oh yeah.
you're not getting, like, that far, and it'll take longer to fuel up.
Yeah.
But
what's the toll going to be on it for the mileage when you're carrying something heavy?
I don't think it'll go down that much. I mean, they made the semi-Tesla semi-truck, whatever.
Yeah.
And it pulls like a max load capacity, and compared to with no load, it only goes down like 50
Yeah.
miles.
yeah.
So, I mean, if you're pulling something out,
Yeah, I mean, the engine's completely different. It's not going to be working a lot harder since it's a battery instead of.
Yeah.
And I
Combustion
mean,
engine.
it's so slick. If you're pulling a Tesla trailer too, there's like no air resistance on that thing.
It's just a pure way.
Yeah, this thing,
That thing's just purely aerodynamic.
2.9 seconds to 60. Like I can't fathom that. It's just
mean,
snap of the fingers.
Yeah.
You're
That's
going
the
60.
future.
You're going
That's the
highways.
future cop car.
And the
right
thing is
there.
with that too is like it's completely silent, so like you don't have, like your body doesn't adjust to that. Like you're just
Yeah.
going that
Yeah.
fast
You
without
don't
any
hear it, and it just
indication. There's no
Teleport,
revving
bro.
up. It's just you're up
Yeah.
there. Like
It's-
I mean, it's such like a heavy duty car, but then like you get up to 60 in 2.9 seconds, like
You're zooming. You're vibing.
that's a
there.
lot of mass just freaking going super fast.
G-force on that's gotta be insane. And like kind of going back to the like towing stuff thing, as that adjustable air suspension.
Oh,
so
yeah,
like on the fly, if you hook
exactly.
something up, put weight on it, it'll lift it up or down to make it the most efficient ride possible.
Yeah.
Wow.
But also with even without a load, there's an option to set it to highway mode, which it'll lower the suspension by 4 inches, just to like make it like a sports car essentially. They claim it's the truckiest truck and the sports cariest sports car.
Yeah.
And this thing
And also-
outruns a Porsche 911 Turbo on a quarter mile
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
It whoops it.
And I mean, there's also off-roading mode, right? What's
Yeah,
well,
4
that'll
inches up.
raise it.
That's like
Yeah.
the
It does
regular truck
off-roading
mode.
mode?
Yeah.
it's sick.
Like I could just imagine like this thing becoming like one of those Fox cars, just shredding everything and
Yeah.
jumping this massive truck.
Oh yeah. they're
And like if you
definitely doing
tip, like so what? You're fine. Your car's not
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah, your
straps.
car's not gonna.
I mean, the
mean,
windows might break if you hit a rock. Just
I mean,
like,
Hit a tiny
Even with
rock.
that
Yeah.
four-wheeler thing, even with the ATV thing, that could be the future. That could be in the next 5 years. We could
Yeah.
have ATVs that are
Oh,
indestructible.
imagine the acceleration on those ATVs.
Faster than
One-
like the truck.
1 second to 60.
freaking.
I could just imagine like going to a jump, 2.9 seconds, you're hitting 60, you go off that jump.
Now, the real question is, do you think you could get like really efficient towing with that ATV in the back? Because that adds another what,
Yeah.
300 pounds
That's true.
on the bed, on the air suspension, with a 14,000 pound trailer.
Wouldn't the air suspension like adjust itself?
It would.
I mean, who has a
You think it would be
14,000
very
pound
efficient.
trailer though?
I mean,
Well,
if it's 14,000 pounds,
it's gotta be
more than a
efficient.
Yeah, what the heck
Yeah.
are you hauling? I mean,
Yeah.
But I mean, the horsepower itself makes up for it. Well, how much is the horsepower? What are we
So,
talking about?
the total horsepower on compared to a Ford F-150, the F-150 has 290 horsepower, and Tesla just beats the crap out of it with 800.
800 horsepower.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
And it
800
beats-
horsepower.
yeah, and it beats the towing capacity by 18,000 or something. Yeah,
Dang.
I know it's a little
weird.
off topic, but apparently, one horse has like a 4.5 horsepower.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, something
Something
like
It's
that.
like
It's
okay.
like 2 to 4 or something.
And then the pound feet of, or like the pound feet of torque or whatever is 265 on a Ford F-150 and 1,000 on a Cybertruck.
Oh.
Yeah, Tesla's just, they want to humiliate all their
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah, they're flexing so hard.
And you
right
could
now.
tell in the unveiling because they pulled up a video. They did a tug of war against them,
Yeah.
and the Tesla just dragging it up a hill.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing.
yeah.
It's so weird.
Rednecks, get your Tesla truck so you can beat all your friends' cars.
Yeah. That's gonna be it.
I wonder if rednecks will buy it.
I mean, yeah, you're
I
just
feel
gonna
like
like
they're
essentially
looking
just like run over cars on the highway. Like,
I saw
without
this thing, like
skipping a beat.
trucks, they're not popular like on the seaboards. They're more popular in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can take them off road.
Yeah, because that's where the mountains are.
Yeah.
You mean here?
Yeah.
But now,
Yeah.
it's
So
a
in like
sports
Utah,
car, so
Arizona,
that just-
Colorado.
Yeah, it's a
Little
sports
Cal-
car.
You can take this
too,
thing
so,
anywhere.
like,
Like,
Yeah.
and I mean,
they're just trying to make it everything.
Yeah.
You see this thing on any road in the world. You're like,
and not
dang.
just necessarily
Yeah.
on this world. I mean, they said like officially this is the car that's going to be.
Yeah,
Oh,
Elon
yeah.
hinted
Mars,
it's
like-
the Mars car. They're going to air pressurize it, and that's what they're going to be driving on Mars.
The question is,
Now,
could that
just
thing
a-
drive on the Autobahn?
Oh,
Any car can, but just imagine you're in your pressurized Tesla truck on Mars. There's less gravity. You fly off a jump, like literally fly.
dang.
That would
You'd
just be
you'd
the
probably hit
coolest
the
thing
planet's
ever.
atmosphere.
dude, yeah,
I think
you're
we
not
need
so
to
much
do it
horsepower.
Yeah,
real.
you just go into orbit.
Yeah, you're not coming down from that jump, bro.
All right, Reed, what do you think?
Nothing.
Reed's the quiet
Not a
one.
talker.
Have you said anything?
He said his name. He's getting somewhere.
Dude, they're gonna get to the point where like they freaking launch the cars
a three-wheel.
themselves, like with you in it, to Mars.
Long enough.
Yeah, this is the next commercial space
Okay.
flight.
What I have realized, this is kind of go back to the look, but on like pictures, I've been kind of looking at them more. The front isn't really flat;
Yeah,
it's curved.
yeah.
And the first time I looked at it, I thought it was like a square.
I haven't noticed that.
The reason it's curved is for aerodynamic.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean,
Because if it was flat
It's
and it
not
was like this,
it's not like intensely.
It's
curved.
not curves, just like it's polygonal. Like the squares are like meeting each other at angles.
yeah.
but I mean, that could make airflow a little bit.
Well, what do you think?
Yeah, that's definitely going to make it a bit more
Well,
aerodynamic. 'cause
what were they trying to go
fast.
for with like all the crisp edges and stuff? Like,
they're just trying to make something
Future.
completely different from
oh yeah,
everyone else.
because all the sports cars out there are trying to get like super smooth curves and
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
complete aerodynamics.
and I can see where they're coming from because that would be a lot slicker.
Yeah, and like trucks, you usually don't think of trucks as like smooth and stuff.
Yeah.
You think of them as like
If you
you
look
think
at
of
like,
them as these monsters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I
this
mean, this thing is a monster, and
It doesn't
own
look
like
like it.
I
define
haven't
that,
yet
like,
seen it in comparison to another truck, but I assume that the Cybertruck's a bit smaller.
well,
I think it's shorter for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think length it'll be very
But
similar.
like I think it's interesting how like they make a sports car like bulky and like because most Tesla cars out right now are like smooth and like you can tell they're supposed to be sports
I
cars.
mean, yeah, even the
But, like that
Roadster.
one is like a monster. That's
It looks like they took a Lamborghini Aventador,
Oh,
put
yeah.
27-inch wheels on it, and called it a truck.
yeah, it's pretty sick.
I mean, I want to say or point out right now, like those headlights
Oh,
are
the-
so
the
smooth.
bar
It's
headlights.
just,
and those
It's like a
those.
PlayStation light.
Can I point
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
these headlights? Are these LED?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, these are
they're
more, these
bright.
are more
They're
energy
really bright.
efficient and brighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to change those for.
And I mean, like you drive behind some of those nice cars out there, and you see they have like the nice strip on the back. You already know it's
You
a
get
nice car.
instantly
Yeah.
blinded
Yeah.
and die.
Yeah,
That's what's gonna happen.
And they said it has like the most ground clearance of any truck, like
Yeah.
stock.
yeah.
It goes up to like what, 14, 16 inches?
I'm not sure about that. It's got to be high. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'll go just as low.
Imagine getting a
But I
lift
think
kit
Max
on
had
that thing.
Oh my god.
I've seen some mocks up of it, and like
Yeah.
Red Bull like took the front bumper
Oh, yeah.
off.
That was
They
sick.
lifted it, put a tire on the back, put like 40-inch
sick.
tires.
It'd be like 4
Yeah,
feet.
just imagine people modding this thing out, just like,
Make
Just
it
like
a
show
Batmobile.
yeah, this is real life Batmobile. Like,
Yeah, dude, that's hilarious.
Wayne Tech is secretly funding Tesla.
Imagine.
Elon Musk is basically Iron Man and Batman in the same person, but real life.
Are his parents dead?
I do have one question. So instead of the bed like coming down square, do you think that will have any effect where it just goes up?
What do you
don't know.
mean?
So like on an average truck, you'll have the cab, so the front part with the seats.
Yeah.
Then you have a back window that's
Yeah.
just flat.
Yeah.
But on the Cybertruck, it goes straight back.
I think that has to help also with the aerodynamics. I mean, like when you've got like those convertibles, it like completely drags out everything. Like
If you're looking at the picture of it, like it's still like got tall walls. Like it's not that like radical of like an
Yeah.
angle going down. Like it's still like you can look and see that like there's an outline of a bed, but
Then it just has,
it
like,
goes
fiberglass
above it
or
still.
whatever. See that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is it? I mean, I guess it's kind of like try carrying a fridge in that, you know?
I mean, you
Where
could
gonna
lay it
put
down.
Yeah, you
but-
could lay it down,
well,
but like,
I'm sure you could leave the
and you can't
cover
really
open,
stick
but-
anything out the sides if you need to.
Next time
Yeah.
Indiana Jones gets stuck in a nuclear bomb, he's not going for the fridge. He's going for the Tesla truck.
oh, oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he's not dying anymore. No matter
You
what.
would like
has.
screw
Yeah.
Or did he die in Raiders?
I don't know.
Or not Raiders? Whatever the one with the
Yeah.
Holy Grail.
I mean, he's
Anyways.
indestructible, bro. Crashed a
Harrison
plane in
Ford.
real
I just
life.
realized that in this picture with
He
the
dies
quad
in,
in the back,
The Force
the
Awakens.
front has about a foot
Oh.
gap between the wheel
Oh,
and
he
the
does
fender, and the back has like an inch. It's just like sagging.
It's the air suspension.
What is it?
Yeah, but you feel like it would even it out.
No, they lowered it to put it in.
Yeah, they couldn't
Yeah.
match it with the front.
And then they're because they lowered
Could
it
you
to
like
put it in.
control the front suspension and the rear suspension separately? Like
Yeah,
I would guess so.
Whoa.
I think when you
So it's like,
have it high in the back.
I
and
think
just,
it'll be
be
kind of like
leaning
an
forward.
AC system in a car. Like you can control them both at the
Instead
same
of
time.
reclining
or
your
both
seat, you
separately.
recline
Can you,
the
like-
car.
you think that on the tablet, like you can control the suspension, like on every single wheel? Like, I mean, that would be pretty sick.
That would be sick.
Like,
Just have
I don't
each wheel
know.
set differently.
You could lift your
I
right
doubt that
wheels.
they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it'd
if
be
you
like
could
evening
lift
out
off like
trailer
one of your
for-
wheels, you know how like less friction that is. Those
No, you
things will
know,
fly, bro.
I've heard, I need to say something.
Rims and wheels look pretty burly too.
Yeah, those are gnarly.
Jackson, what do you have?
What would be cool, like I've heard of drones where if one of the wings, you know how when a propeller breaks off a drone?
Yeah, and like they'll
crash.
compensate. Yeah.
No, like there's a new drone they
crash.
came out with where if a propeller breaks off, the 3 other ones balance it out.
yeah,
still
compensate,
fly.
compensate for it.
So I'm thinking, why don't they do that with the tires? So if a tire gets busted off or whatever,
Yeah.
you
I
can
mean,
still
if a
drive.
tire busts off,
You
you,
can
kind
still
of want
drive
to
off.
replace it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's on the ground.
Yeah.
Like if we're talking like air suspension
I mean,
braking, then yeah. But
yeah,
a
these-
tire, you'd probably not want to drive.
These tires are like beefy. So I mean, like the odds of them breaking, I mean, like those are pretty low. But
Yeah.
then, I mean, beyond that, like you're gonna be safe in the car.
I mean, this
Way.
thing
Oh, yeah.
could smash Thanos' face. This thing.
Thanos isn't bringing down the moon on Stark anymore. He's bringing down an army of Cybertrucks.
Oh dang!
One thing is-
That'd be terrifying.
One thing that's really interesting to me, instead of like having a traditional hood and like a door like with just the windows, they continued the window all the way up the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Which, all the way up the
Get to it
hood.
better.
Yeah, so basically the window goes all the way up to the front.
Well, that's
It's all
weird.
glass print.
So like,
So,
it
like-
doesn't just
Yeah.
start at your dash. It like
It goes
So
all
there's
the
like
way.
a little hood kind of, but like it's glass from like just a
I mean,
bit
what-
of it, like a foot or two,
Yeah, there would
you
be-
can
all
see
the
it
way
right
to the
there.
top where it arcs and meets the other half of the car.
Yeah, because it's saying, I mean, we wouldn't really have a point in having a window all the way down there. That doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, but I'm saying right here on the side window, it comes
Oh.
so far forward, and on an original truck, it would just have that window.
oh yeah, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Let's look at the inside view from the dash.
While I was doing that, I noticed there's a lot of storage in this thing.
Oh yeah.
You have the front trunk under the hood. You have under bed storage, and then the bed.
Yeah, and like there's so much. It's so spacious inside the car too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's
leg
not like
room.
a Mustang where it's all crammed in the back seats or anything.
Yeah.
They said it fits 6 comfortably. Like it's the middle seats. Like no one likes sitting in the middle with people on your sides.
Yeah, so I'd say you can fit 6 legally, 4 comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they totally went full.
I mean, and that's kind of what
Illegally
comes
though,
when you don't-
I'm saying like 20 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could fill that bed.
You probably feel like
Clown truck.
35,000 pounds of people.
Oh dang, that's a lot.
And then a trailer full of people. You could move.
Not even a trailer, just the rope with a bunch of people on it.
With tubes.
Imagine drifting that thing
Those
around.
tires,
Donuts.
like as the tubes.
Oh.
Yeah, oh.
All right, on the topic of transporting people, why don't we talk about the self-driving? That is revolutionary.
Yeah.
Everyone
Tesla's
thinks
been
it's going to
doing
be
it
the
for
future.
years.
Yeah, they're like, are they the leaders in it?
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, you have luxury car companies doing similar things. You have a lot of companies now doing like lane assist.
I know Cadillac has a self-driving car where it's
Yeah.
Yeah, like it senses the lanes, it beeps and corrects you.
Yeah.
one of them is legal
Has
to
that- has,
text and
adaptive
drive in one of the
cruise
cars. I know.
control, where you just set it and it follows the car in front of you, stuff like that.
I was
Like-
driving with this dude. The only reason we didn't die is because he had like the self-correcting thing. He was on his phone the whole time, changing music. Didn't even finish a complete song once. Just changed the music 'cause he couldn't find what he wanted. Only reason we made it back home is because of the self-driving.
This sounds like something.
And that's
you
just
would be
lane
doing.
assist.
Yeah, that's only lane assist. This isn't full takeover of the car.
And I mean, I think
And this does take over
This
the car.
can sense things. It has 360-degree view. It can sense things. It can sense when people are drifting into you. It can sense when people are like real close to the back of you.
It
When
knows-
you're about to hit something, it'll auto brake.
So do you think? Well, it doesn't have rear view mirrors. Do you think that it needs rear view mirrors? Because if it just drives by itself,
it does. Because you know how on trucks it has that like, what would you call it? Like a bar that comes down.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
Like separates the front to the windshield.
Yeah.
I think they'll have a screen
Oh.
there.
maybe they're like super skinny and they just like fold out of that. You know?
Yeah, so kind of like right here in this dark area. I think that could possibly be a screen.
Yeah, it's Tesla.
so. Like
We-
instead
we
of looking out a
speculate
window,
it's
it's
a
just like
screen.
you're looking out a screen.
We don't know though.
Yeah. That's kind of sick, actually.
I think that what would be a really cool feature they could do with their windshield, they could turn the whole thing into a screen, like an Iron Man screen sort of thing, but it would
Yeah.
like show the lanes in front of you.
I've
like
had that
in
idea
green.
I was
work,
thinking
too.
about that because, like, you know, at night, how like when the street is wet
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
hard to see the lanes. Like, what if
Like,
it could like digitally like sense the
detect.
lanes? And you
Yeah,
could,
like VR
detect
windows.
What if it could
Yeah.
detect black guys like a mile ahead of you or
You can
something?
just like
Yeah.
see what
Or like,
exactly is going
what
on
if you could
around
get like a prescription window? So like you don't need glasses or something.
No, so you
Or
know
like-
when
and
the
it can,
sun
like-
is
That would be a
blinding
lot of
Oh,
money. For
What if they came out with a
prescription.
sunglasses window?
You know
that
those?
could block sun?
Yeah, you know those glasses that like they can like change like
Tint.
when it's bright outside.
Photochromatic?
Yeah, photochromatic. Like, what do they make windshields like that? I
I'm
mean,
not
they
sure.
definitely
They
could.
might.
They
They
tint
should.
them.
They
There's a
honestly
tint. You have to have
Yeah.
like a
You
certain
can't-
limit.
You
but-
can't legally
Yeah,
tint them.
I don't think you can legally tint anything on a windshield.
Oh yeah, your front windshield. I don't know if you can.
You can have
No.
it like at the top, right?
Yeah,
at
you
the
can have a
top.
little strip at the
But
top.
not the whole thing.
Yeah, so I think it's like an eighth of it you can cover on the top, and then the rest has to be perfectly.
Yeah.
Now the real question is, should it hit the old lady or the baby?
What?
What?
The old trolley
bad
cart question.
Oh.
Well,
Say,
either way,
say it's going to hit something,
that will get
and the
destroyed,
only
this
way
will
it
be
cannot hit it, it would hit something else. What does it do?
Stop.
Well, what if it can't just stop? What if you're cruising like
Dude.
It probably
70?
just says
fine.
I mean,
Everything is
on the screen, it
indestructible.
says you're
You
screwed.
will be fine.
Yeah, then you drive that thing off the cliff, bro. You ain't getting hurt.
But what if no matter what you're gonna hit someone? Like
You get it.
what do they program it for? Like what do they do?
Well, if you hit someone, they're dead, and your truck's fine.
Yeah,
But,
I
like,
think
what
it
do you
just
do? Can you
maintains the
sue
course.
the truck? Can you sue
Tesla?
Because like if you have it on auto drive and like someone like I don't know.
So that's
like
that's where like adaptive cruise control comes in, because like they use that same technology with things in front of them. Because with the adaptive cruise control, it knows when they're braking in front of you and slowing down. So I think they'd use that similar thing if there's something in front of you.
But like, at what point can they not tell the difference between a stop sign and a person? Like, I mean, is it like perfect like that?
It's definitely not perfect.
Yeah,
it's a work in progress.
But
I've heard of horrible crashes because of autopilot.
I think also part of it though is like you're maintaining the course or like the best safety for the passengers, because that's what it's trying to protect. Like you're going to protect yourself before.
On their website, the self-driving, it's listed as an extra option. It's $7,000. They say purchase it right now, but you can get it later. But later it's going to be more expensive because it's going to be advancing a lot.
Well, and I mean, self-driving, it's definitely like AI, artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So that means that people could theoretically hack into it, right?
I mean, like in movies.
Unless you have an airtight system.
It could be closed circuit. Like,
but
it might not be connected on a network.
Yeah.
But I mean,
like, we're no experts in this.
Yeah.
But is it dangerous for, like, I don't know.
And I'm sure if you've got a self-driving car that basically is bulletproof and you're immune to anything in it.
I mean, you're safe, but like, what if someone programs it to like run into a building with like tons of people in it? You know?
I think Tesla has a closed circuit with it.
Yeah, but
So
like
I think
in 10 years when there's like lots of them on the roads, so if someone hacks into all of those, that's dangerous.
The thing is,
So I think Tesla
AI,
Fast and Furious kind of like.
So I think that right now, that's
Driving off
probably
the-
like, I mean, besides cost, like that's a pretty big reason people like, they just don't trust self-driving cars. Because I mean,
Yeah, it's still sketchy because it's still new technology.
have you ever thought about this? Have you ever thought that the AI in your car could be like a different number or a different code than someone else's car? So
think-
no one could hack into it?
I think that's what they would do, honestly. I think each car would have a different thing.
Yeah, they
because
could do
otherwise
that.
they couldn't upgrade it.
So it couldn't intercept.
They shouldn't have them all connected.
They shouldn't.
well, maybe.
I think
mean,
Tesla has a closed circuit with all their cars, so they can update them, all the software and stuff.
yeah,
But I think that's the only people that can
At what
access is
point-
Plug it into your
Tesla.
laptop to receive the update.
But like, at what point will other car companies like just cut corners and like make it all cheap so that they can just like mass produce these cars and
I think
systems?
There's always going to be a company doing that. You just it
That
has
should be illegal though.
it has to reach
it's
like
not.
the safety qualifications.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I think
but-
And plus, when people are buying it, they're going to research it. Like, you don't want to buy a crappy car.
we're getting into an age where it's more about not just cheapness, it's about quality. Like, you know,
exactly.
No, I think
Yeah.
quality's always been a
and
thing.
it's like now. In,
Honestly, let's be honest. Like brand names too, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, hype.
Tesla, they could make a car that's like super crappy and like people would buy it because of the brand name.
Yeah, hype. It's just
Yeah.
hype.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like we're coming out of like a Walmart age and more into like a grocery store, like where you get homemade bread and stuff. You know. Like,
Yeah, not that cheap.
Wait,
man.
what?
No, I know. It's like
it's not mass production.
Yeah, we're choosing quality over. It's like
quality.
handmade
Yeah.
things.
It's not like
more
Wonder.
important,
It's not like
more
Wonder
valuable to
Bread
us.
and stuff
Yeah.
anymore.
At least here, I mean,
Yeah,
where we
so
have a
it's not
higher,
like-
more advanced food coming out of.
I think we'll go quality and quantity.
Yeah.
Instead of just having a quantity that sucks, I'll have a quantity that's better.
Yeah.
So before we get all the way off the topic of
topic.
crashing,
Into bread.
I think Call Me Carson put Tesla crashing best. The year is 2021. You drive to your friend's birthday party, and on the way, a virgin Ford F-150 drives into the side of your Tesla CYBERTRUCK, trademark. It crumples like paper. You scoff as you drive off with your framed portrait of Elon Musk. Not a rear view mirror in sight. No survivors.
Except your Cybertruck.
Yeah, your truck and you're surviving. No one else.
Gotta change the names to Cyber Tank.
This is gonna be some Mad Max Fury Road or whatever the movie is.
Yeah.
Tesla's gonna make a freaking F-45 plane or something. For the military.
All right, back to
100.
what we were talking about.
Yeah, what were we
Quality.
The quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, quality.
I think that's what Tesla went for first. I didn't think they said, this is how many we're going to make, and this is how fast we're going to do it. I think they said, we want this, this, and this to be great.
Yeah.
With the quality, though, there's like the status quo, like the thing that everyone's going to expect. Like, but this is not what anyone expected. Like, there are people that are rendering trucks, Tesla trucks, that like look like a regular truck. They're like, why didn't you just make it this?
They're not trying to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to be different. They want to the Ford F-150, it doesn't just raise the bar. It is the bar.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not the F-150 anymore. It's the Cybertruck. It's the bar.
In the words of
They
Ralph
raised
Waldo
it
Emerson,
They
a
did.
few thousand miles into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
That would
Patient
go into
suicide.
They did a pull up, but went further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a man up with this.
Dude, and then they jumped off the bar too. Dude. No, but you gotta think, like, I mean, Elon Musk, he is like raising his name so high.
He's
It's like,
revolutionary.
you gotta imagine, like, what's his next move? Because like he's so far.
No
up
one
there.
knows what his next move
I know.
is. He does what he wants.
I mean,
and he
everybody
knows that people are
expected
going
them to come
enjoy
out
it.
with a truck. Nobody
Yeah.
expected this.
Like, he
Nobody.
hit the blunt. Like, a year ago.
And now
Tesla
he has
stocks
this.
fell.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, wait, I don't care. And then
Yeah.
they went straight back up to where they were. And now we're here.
Yeah.
He probably came up with the concept while he was high.
I would have
He's like, I'm gonna make a truck that looks like a triangle.
He went to his nostalgia bin and
Yeah.
brought some kindergarten pictures out.
He probably just brought a rectangle and a triangle and said,
Those building
make this a
blocks.
car.
We make a car.
He probably, probably gave it to like some
Yeah.
kindergartners. Were like,
Yeah.
I want you to
Make it
create a
shape.
truck.
Kids are the most creative.
Yeah, I know.
I'll get you that.
Maybe kids are the future.
Oh my.
Well, they are
quite
the future.
literally,
like,
That was the dumbest comment.
Okay, all right. That was not.
Yeah. No, but
Who do you think their target audience on this is?
people.
Literally.
Duh.
honestly,
Anybody.
But I mean,
Eco-friendly people that want something different, people that want something burly, made to do
powerful.
anything.
fast.
People for sports cars, like they're trying to target everyone with
Yeah,
this.
this is like a broad.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
market.
everybody.
This isn't the Nike shoe. This is the shoes as a whole. It's all the shoes.
It's like all of them
It's got
combined
wide
into one.
space for like families. I mean, you've got the people that want to tow a crap ton of stuff. You got a sports car. Like everything is built into this car to design for like anyone out there.
It's
like,
meant for anyone.
Well,
that
yeah,
can
but
afford
I
it.
mean, yeah, that can afford it exactly.
Yeah.
It's
and that's
that-
one
and
thing
that-
they're doing great at.
yeah,
yeah.
the price is great.
Yeah, I mean, but obviously the price definitely like shortens the broad.
It takes away a bit, like quite a bit.
Yeah, quite a bit.
and I
Like
think
you're looking at the Model S, like the base is like 90,000 and it goes up to like 130,000. Like,
And Model X is higher.
yeah, Model X, that thing's got like the wing doors.
I mean, that thing is sick though.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding right now.
I guess our Echo heard its name. We're not going to speak it because we don't want it to go off again.
Wait, how did we even? Wait, what?
Well, back
It's
to it.
just a glitch.
Do you think anybody with like a Ford, like they're stuck to Ford or like Chevy, will
Yeah,
go for
brand
this?
loyal people. They've got to sway them. They
I
will
mean,
sway them.
people need to realize that Tesla is better than Ford.
Well,
I mean, not completely.
In a
That's not, like, always
certain
true.
way it is.
Yes.
Like, there are people that, like, they prefer the way a car feels over another car.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not, they're not just looking at the stats, they're looking at the feel, like
Yeah,
how it
it's kinda
drives.
like-
Like, I don't like brakes that you have to push it far down before it actually starts braking. I like brakes that immediately start braking the second you tap it.
yeah.
That's true. Me too.
Which can be fixed. I mean, usually it's older cars you have
Yeah.
to push down a lot because it's not like direct contact with the brakes. You have to like pull a wire that actually like
Yeah.
activates the brakes.
Yeah.
And then the steering wheel, too, like...
more
Yeah.
It's not
electronic
what
sensor.
everyone's used to. Everyone's used to a complete circle, and this is like a quarter.
Yeah,
It's
like
a
how
race,
do you?
It's
how
a
do you-
race car.
It's like an
steering wheel.
eighth on
Yeah.
each side.
Like how do you even turn that? Like you can't grab right here and then turn it.
You'd
I
have to
think
like
you
grab
turn and
the
then
middle
grab
of the
over.
wheel. Like it's like a rectangle.
That's probably got like more sensitive steering, so you don't have to go.
But
all the
that
way
would be a
around.
bit dangerous, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
You
I
could
mean, but-
oversteer easy if it were. Like
But if
that.
you're used to that, like I'm used to my car, and I get in another car, I'm like, okay, the steering's different.
yeah,
But when you get used to that, I think you're on it.
yeah, like my
You know what to do.
My
I mean, the thing's gotta have
Nissan
a bunch of
Pathfinder, it's a
torque.
2014. It's a hybrid. The steering, like, I'd say it's like normal steering, and then we have a 2010 Subaru Impreza. I think it's 2010. That steering, that's my favorite steering ever. Like, it's perfect for me. Like,
Yeah.
it's got a lot of turn, And then I get into Reed's car. I hate his car so much.
I hate it.
Honda
The
Pilot.
braking sucks.
Yeah,
The acceleration sucks. The steering wheel's like far forward and up, and it's super bulky too, and I don't like it.
See, I mean, that I don't like driving other people's cars, and probably most people that would drive my car, like, they'd probably hate
so
me.
funny.
It's hilarious, but like, I mean, it's good for me. It's like I'm used to it, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah,
It's just preference and how long you've had it for.
yeah, and I'm sure that the like artificial driving would help you get used to it, you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
It's not gonna. It's
Well,
gonna
you wouldn't
keep
even
you
get
from
used to it. You wouldn't
oversteering.
have to drive.
yeah, exactly.
And I think you're gonna see companies coming out with different models of steering wheel
Yeah.
that you can put in it.
With the self-driving, it looks a bit awkward to sit up there because like I just saw a picture and like the dude just got his hand on his lap.
Yeah, so you just have to have a.
Where
big
do you
pressure
put
on
your
it.
hands? Like,
I mean,
like,
it's like-
you can't lean back because like the steering wheel gets in the way,
Well,
and like you still want to pay attention in case
that's-
like,
is it
And
like
they,
maybe-
they make you pay attention.
Yeah.
Because you have to have pressure on it,
yeah.
and it has to know you're there.
But is it? When are they gonna make it like you can fall asleep in the thing and like you're there?
I've seen
that-
people do it. They
you're at
just
your
put their
hotel.
wrist on it and just fall
eventually that will happen. They say
because they're
that
just cruising on the highway.
self-driving is going to be twice as safe as people. Like I think that's how much they said it is right now. But it's going to get better. Like eventually, like probably not in this decade, I'd say, but like in the next, like all cars could be essentially you pull up Uber, you're like, I need a car comes, there's no one driving it, it's self-driving, doesn't even have a steering wheel, and that's how every car is on the road.
mean,
like you don't need a driver's license anymore, just everything drives for you.
But there's always
that couldn't happen this century. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a
That's in
far
like 80 or 90
technology.
years.
Tesla
like-
is kind of doing that.
Yeah.
They have a valet mode.
yeah.
So in
Yeah.
parking lots, it goes 5
Yeah, it
miles
can
an
park
hour.
itself.
Are you
Park
serious?
itself.
It can
Yeah.
parallel
I've
park
seen-
itself. It's the coolest thing ever.
I think I saw this thing. It was like a video. Like it can get out of a ticket, like a parking ticket. Like if it's
Yeah,
it's about to get
it'll
one, it
drive
just
away.
drives away and then comes in.
Yeah,
like I mean, this is
sick.
Yeah,
Then
it's
it
the
parks in the
future
next
car.
meter.
yeah, it just goes to the next one.
I think they're just copying the Batmobile.
It's so funny because like I see some Instagram
the
videos all the
night-
time.
whatever it's called.
People just pull out their phone, click a button, it goes to a camera in their Tesla. It pulls out and goes right next to them.
Dang. No, but like,
It's so sick.
I mean, they have 4-wheel drive, obviously, but like, when are they gonna make it so like not just your front wheels can turn, but like your back wheels can
Like
turn?
the IKEA
And you
car.
can
Oh,
you
like
can,
the Batmobile, like all wheels
Yeah.
can turn sideways,
And you
and
can
it can
just
just
parallel
drive
park.
directly into the parking
yeah,
spot.
I've
and then
thought
like
of
you
that
can just pull out and then go forward.
I saw
Yeah.
a video.
Like,
with
how
a-
sick
It
would
was
that
down
be?
and like
Yeah, it was like on a Jeep or something, and it has a back like spare tire. So like they'd get the front end right, and then the wheel would come down and just scoot over.
Whoa.
And what?
That's actually sick.
What about? I've seen. I joined the Lego club when I was. It had this thing where this dude, he's driving his car. He's like, "Oh man, I'm in traffic. What should I do?" He's like, "Oh, I got an idea." He builds his car up. The wheels are wider than the other cars, and it's taller, so he can just drive over them. Like,
Well, I mean, I
could
also
that
saw
be a
this-
thing? Elon,
Okay.
I saw
talk
this
to
thing.
me.
It was like
we can
a
big
big
come up with
city,
something.
like a kind of like a train, but it was more like a. I mean, yeah, it's just like a platform with like these 4 or 6 wheels, and then every time there's like a bridge or like a car, it would just lift up the wheel and just keep going.
Yeah, that's whack.
Okay, so
This
you
thing's
know,
gonna be jumping drawbridges by itself.
you know the tunnel system they're making in California.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Hyperloop or whatever it is.
Do you think they designed this car to go in there? The
No,
Cybertruck?
definitely not. It's too big.
You think it is?
I think.
I feel like
The-
I feel like they
it's-
would have that in mind.
I thought they canceled the tunnel system.
I'm not sure about that, but like, if you the Polar Express, like the
Yeah.
elves in the station, they get into like this like kind of like it's shaped like a ibuprofen pill, I guess, and it's in like this vacuum tube. And it just instantly pulls it.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen
And it just
that in
flies.
plenty of movies and stuff.
Yeah.
but
But I mean, in real life, like
that's. I mean, it's
The,
like
the car is
now,
not
like,
meant
I mean,
for it.
yeah.
That's it, basically.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's its own thing.
I mean, there was also that project in Chicago with the airport to downtown. They're building a tunnel, so it'd like reduce traffic or something. I mean, I don't know if I have that in mind with this or a train. I mean,
A
like,
subway, essentially.
Yeah. It's a subway for cars.
When is
Yeah.
Tesla gonna make trains like subways?
Well, I mean, California.
I mean, those hyper.
I think it was California. They were trying to experiment with like bunk bed freeways for less traffic, like another freeway above the one you're on. But like
That's a
that
long
that
one.
didn't work.
Yeah, it's a crap.
That'd be
ton.
so expensive.
They could do it underground, maybe. Like I'm no architect,
Well,
so I'd assume
I mean-
that would be a bit more stable. So like
I don't know,
that
that's
could be
pretty
kind of
bad.
like
Stable,
You think it'll
yes,
be more
but
stable?
not only do you have to like stabilize the walls,
You have to
with-
stabilize the whole entire
yeah,
roof.
you have to stabilize
Yeah.
the roof, and so it's more expensive than just building a bridge because
Yeah.
you have to build the
could just
bottom, the
widen
top,
it
and
easier.
the walls. Yeah,
Especially if there's a highway directly above it.
like Utah traffic congestion, like and how much it's just getting out of hand.
why don't they just
So
tilt
up the street from
freeway
us.
up like a little bit so you're driving on an angle, but like it goes over houses and stuff.
But like
I mean, like,
so Daxton, he's getting affected by the new.
well,
I'm not sure if they're calling it a freeway or a highway,
No,
but
it's
they're
still gonna
adding
be-
a
it's still gonna be
lane.
a highway.
The highway's gonna be.
Yeah,
coming.
it's still going to be a highway, but on each
Yeah.
side of it, they're adding another lane.
So it's 3
And they're
lanes.
And they're
Making,
they're
like-
widening it. Daxton, what do you have to get rid of? Your road and your tree?
Well, we have to get rid of both of those trees in the front yard. Our rock wall.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna tear it out, and I don't know. They're gonna put a sidewalk through our yard.
Yeah.
So it's
that's the
but-
problem. Widening roads.
Yeah.
No, they need to just make them underground.
It
I think.
tangles into property.
So,
They're tearing down over
Could you
100
imagine
houses.
like just having a
total.
road under your house though? Like what if they just made it so that every house
it
just
pulls
has
the
like
car down out of the
yeah,
garage.
and it
That's
just has
sick.
like an entrance that just goes
That's
onto
sick,
the road.
dude.
And I think that's kind of what they're trying to do with the tunnel system.
Yeah,
But-
Let's get back on the topic of the truck. That was a bit of a tangent.
Yeah, that was.
It was cool.
I mean, like, we can just go wherever we want.
Yeah. Anything Tesla, really.
yeah.
I mean, this is
Tesla
kind
could
of
do
the-
that.
Tesla does.
Let's just relate it right back.
So why can't we?
Yeah.
All right. So Cybertruck versus other cars. Like we've gone over it a bit,
Yeah.
but like not everything. Like they're claiming it's a truck and it's a sports car. Like. So you know about the Ford F-150. What is it against the Cybertruck?
Nothing. It's literally nothing.
It's just
I mean,
Crumples like paper.
yeah. It's not as durable. I mean, it's a great truck. I mean, we have one. I really like it. It is kind of like, it's slow and kind of sluggish.
Yeah, it's
I think you
big.
can agree. It's really big and like kind of,
bulky.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain to drive. But I mean, power-wise, I've driven in a Tesla and that thing just goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the truck, I mean, it's a little slow to start, but I think it can get going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's stop. Well, I mean,
Well, we should just continue this next time.
no. I mean,
No.
well,
No.
I meant let's. So, how easy is it going to be to fix a truck though if it gets broken? I mean, a Tesla, the Cybertruck. I mean, there's not a lot of
That
Tesla
glass
shops out there.
The glass is insane. Like I'd assume you'd have to special order that from
But, like,
Tesla. Like fix.
But I'd,
fit
I'd
that
guess
truck.
at like Tesla dealerships and like
Yeah.
repair shops, they would have those.
But what if
down
you
in
drop
Reno,
your
I mean-
transmission or something?
There is no
There
transmission.
isn't.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
nothing
duh.
to break on the car.
This isn't electric.
It's either you
Yeah.
break a motor or you break nothing.
Yeah.
And if you break a motor, it'll go front wheel drive or rear wheel drive.
Yeah.
I would think.
What if you break both?
Oh shoot, you're done.
Well, it depends. Would you break both side ones or both front ones or both back?
All
of them? You'd be.
They should have
Die.
a spare.
Well, you want to be
The
dead.
truck
Very
self-destructs.
tight. They probably have.
There's a singular
But I
tire in the
mean-
middle of the truck comes down and starts going on.
What do we think about this versus sports cars?
It's
They're
better.
claiming it's a sports
impressive.
car. Yeah.
I mean,
way better.
They put against the Porsche 911, like we said earlier. It whooped that. I think it would whoop any really impressive
Yeah.
road sports car.
This thing,
Yeah.
insanely fast. Like the max speed, I believe, was 163.
250.
No,
that's
the
an
Roadster.
That's the Roadster.
Yeah, that's the Roadster.
This is-
I mean,
Do we
0 to
think-
60, fastest truck.
Well, are we
Yeah.
kind of
Do we
trying
think
to
that
rocket or not?
the air suspension lowering it is that going to make it more aerodynamic
I would
and
think
like
so.
help it with the speed?
It wouldn't have as much uplift.
better for
if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
uplift.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
more control.
yeah, and yeah, definitely more control.
I'd rather have this than a sports car, though.
I would.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
They can do something.
yeah.
I mean,
It's a sports car and a truck. Like it's a Swiss Army knife.
I can understand why people don't like it though, because I mean, I would love this truck, but I think I also like like American muscles, just like that's such a good feeling
Yeah.
to be driving.
And
one of those
hearing the
cars.
sound of the
yeah,
engine.
that just like that strong motor pushing harder.
But, like,
that's
But also think
you have more use out of it, like more things you can do with it, with the same flex as driving like a sports car.
Yeah, but with the Tesla, I mean, there are a few downsides I've thought of. Like, I mean, if someone's sneaking up on you, like those cars are like quiet as
quiet.
crap. Like someone
yeah.
could literally drive by and just
I do think with the bigger tires and like
Like
knottier
kidnap you
tires,
or something,
it'll
for
be
sure.
easier to hear.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, like would it be as loud as the snow tires that we heard when we were doing Christmas lights?
No.
There was a video
not
of it
close.
driving, and it was actually pretty loud because of the tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, those tires are beefy.
And I'm sure that the
mean-
self-driving will
Could it
also
drive in snow?
protect pedestrians crossing the road.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like the tire, the rims are like they're not like a regular rim
It's
like,
like
where it has
little
access to the
sections of
caliper.
it.
It's like a shield.
yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I feel like the overall use of the car, you can go straight from sport car to off-roading without doing anything.
I mean, that's the new Jeep, am I right?
I mean, Jeeps, they don't have a lot of like torque and acceleration,
Yeah.
But they do have better wheels and stuff, right?
but they kind of do the same thing on this. It's really knotty. It's a pretty big tire.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could literally go down to Moab and go
Yeah,
Jeeping in this home.
they're more
Yeah.
meant for like off-roading.
And I mean, Jeeps are meant to like be able to strip down all their parts to get like really lightweight.
Yeah, and
so
like
they can just climb
mod 'em
those
out and
things
stuff,
just
yeah.
super easy. And like the suspension is really good and stuff. And like, but I mean, this truck is too,
Yeah,
like super
yeah.
good, especially
I'm
if you
just
get
asking.
like a lift kit.
it has a built-in lift kit.
Do they have more accessories like the second lift kit or something?
I mean, I feel like bigger companies would do that.
Yeah.
Ford or
Just
something.
and like make rally cars out of them. Which would be
Yeah,
pretty sick.
Fox,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Live
Oh.
Valve.
Imagine
That would be
rallying
insane.
with these cars.
Dude, they would destroy in a demolition.
Those orange
derby.
Fox shocks.
I don't know if they
Ooh, those would be
No,
hot.
dude, on a monster.
Oh, I
truck
mean, yeah, they would
versus-
destroy other
Yeah,
cars.
so if
but,
they like turn this into a trophy truck or a rally truck, they would
Yeah.
put like bumper suspension, coilovers, like all this like 2-foot suspension crap. It would be flying through deserts.
That'd be a beat. Oh,
Imagine
Take
going
it
to
out
salt
to the
flats. and
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
dude, and you,
I wouldn't do that like with lifted though. I'd drop
Yeah, I'd drop
it.
it.
dude,
Oh,
you
yeah.
freaking like jump sand dunes with this thing.
Instead of a side by side, you're in the Tesla, man.
Oh,
Then you go home and Uncle Rico, he's there. He's like, your grandma broke a coccyx. I'm gonna charge you. She crashed your Tesla Cybertruck.
She crashed your Cybertruck at the dunes today. Broke the coccyx.
That would
So kind of on like that accessory thing, we saw a picture of a tent on the back. Do you think they're
I
gonna
love
start seeing that?
Yeah.
Do you think you're gonna see that?
I
when it
think-
comes out?
Yeah.
I think it would be dope to see that, but that was. Well, I mean, they have to add it because they showed it. It's such a simple thing. It's just an extension of the trunk. You can see there's sleeping pads in the back, so it's big enough to fit a person. Like it's 6 feet.
yeah.
Then
You don't-
also,
I mean, like, you don't need a trailer to go, like, trailer camping anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you just got a truck and that's it.
and also, it's got this cool extension thing at the end of the truck. For the people who aren't watching this, I'm going to describe it as best as I can. So essentially, it just sticks out. It's like as if a drawer were to come out of the trunk. It's got a stove. It's got a little cutting countertop.
I think this is accessory.
And it's got a storage at the bottom. Yeah, it's got to be an accessory.
Yeah.
It's perfect because this is an off-roading vehicle. So they've got to make it so that it's got to be
Still screen recording.
What else do you think you'll see accessory wise? Because for ski racks and stuff, you do have the bed.
Yeah.
But if that's full and covered, do you think you're going to see ski racks on the top?
Well, there
anything like that?
could be, but
You could add
Wasn't there
it's
underbed
angled down.
storage
There's
too?
nothing
Yeah.
flat on the top. It's not curved.
And
It's
you,
like you could have it on the back. It would be completely flat. Like it would work.
and you
You'd
could
have
do
to get it on top of the trunk cover.
Well, you don't really see
the bed
trucks with like bike racks on the top or anything.
Yeah.
Because I
You
mean,
can put rails on them and do it.
This
Yeah,
this
but it's
could
not
have
very
it
common.
common.
Yeah, it's
no,
not.
It could even like overhang the front.
But I mean, like you've seen suction cup boxes
Yeah.
and stuff. Like,
I bet you could do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like on sports cars, they'll have like a ski box on top, and they'll have a bracket that suction cups like the back windshield, or
Yeah.
just the body.
My stigma with that is I check the roof every 5 seconds to make sure my bike's up there because that's my
Yeah.
pride and joy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. So like a couple of us mountain bike quite a bit.
3 of the 6 of us currently here.
Tailgate pads.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll see that a lot?
We'll have to see it because like if you look at it like I thought that it would be a super skinny like gate, but you look at it, it's pretty
bulky,
thick.
yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
thick with
I
like
mean,
3
even
C's.
if it is like thinner, it would still be strong. I mean,
I feel like that's thicker than a lot though.
yeah.
Yeah, this looks thicker than like a regular truck gate.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even like the little
It's
like
indestructible.
pull out too, though.
Yeah, after a ride, you just ride your bike on up on the truck and do a jump.
Make a jump.
You just ride right up
jump.
that windshield and just
Jump a truck off of that truck.
Turn it into a ramp.
Find one of those semi trucks that hauls cars to dealerships. You could climb up on one of those.
Going like 60.
The Phineas and Ferb, the Phineas and Ferb
dips
mobile
in that
truck
thing
diner.
so easy.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Could you imagine going over dips in that thing?
Oh, dude, you wouldn't even feel it.
Dude,
It's just like
I feel like you'd see the suspension like drop and then go up.
Yeah.
Like the car would just stay flat.
Yeah, like you see
more
those
speed bumps on
You
the
see those
highway.
bikers that you see those bikers that do the bumps, you know, and like they just
Yeah.
stay in the
And their
same
heads
spot and they
unstable.
push their bike down and up.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
yeah, speed bumps. Like,
Or no
what are you
more.
gonna do? You just ride
They're
over
gonna have
that
to drop
thing.
the speed bumps another foot for you to fill any.
Drop them.
And now they're
Just
gonna
drop
like
it.
with the road spikes, like the one direction things, like you go over them, they roll down, but you go over the other direction, it pops your tires. Now we need unpoppable tires so we can get over those.
I feel like we
Big
should.
brain.
Oh,
But
that's
then
a good idea.
How many people could get away though?
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah.
that's
No, what they
don't
need
do
is-
that. That's just
They
that's
need
a
to make
joke.
a spike
joke.
thing
No,
that
it wasn't.
can, like,
This has been a joke
damage
from
your
Taylor.
wings.
Please stick around for more content.
I think this is a good way to segue into this
Yeah.
part that I've been thinking about. Like, I mean, because if criminals somehow get a hold of these trucks, I mean, there's no stopping them. So, like, is there going to be a role for these?
Is there like
in,
a
law
self-destruct
enforcement?
button?
I think cops will take them.
Yeah, because I
Or,
mean, like
SWAT teams
Mental
and
illness
stuff.
check.
Oh yeah.
Because these things are
Yes.
quick, durable,
We need to stop
off-road, on-road,
Well, what
bulletproof.
criminal is going to have access to like that? Like, unless they robbed a bank and got a lot of money.
Or they rob the
They
Tesla store.
How are you gonna steal a freaking Cybertruck? You gonna break the window and get in?
Yes.
yeah,
There's
I mean,
only
with people's
two-
like securities
For Tesla, there's two ways to get in: your phone and a card.
Yeah.
There's or a key for the Model X, I think.
So like, unless someone like puts a gun to you and is like, "Open your car, turn it
Yeah.
on, and give it to me," like
No, you
that's
just-
how they're getting.
You get
Does it
the
even?
car.
I don't think it has
Close the
door
door.
handles, does it?
No, it has handles. I was thinking
They're,
about that, and I'm like,
embodied in it.
I was like, I don't remember seeing door handles, but you look at it, they're flush
Oh,
with
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's
and
more
they're
of the
incredibly
you just kinda
small.
like go straight.
Yeah. So, I find a way in law enforcement. I think if you get someone driving that, I don't think they're gonna be criminal.
Do you think you could
Yeah.
see
These are
cops
gonna be
driving
cool
those?
guys.
That's what I'm
Those are
saying.
chads.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really aggressive.
You get pulled over the back by that thing, and you're like,
No, dude.
don't
If the
think
cops
they do
see
that
you
for
doing
that.
anything illegal in a Cybertruck, they'd be like, "Oh, I gotta stay away from that guy. He's tough."
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
no, I'm saying the cops. pull
If you
over
hit somebody,
that
you're
thing.
still going.
yeah. That's true.
Run over someone, not even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think law enforcement will take it. I mean, it's a bulletproof car.
I don't know.
They
If,
test it with 9
9
millimeter.
mil, not anything bigger.
And
than that.
cops can camp out in it with the tent feature.
I think it'll probably be a while before anything happens.
Yeah, this would be a
but-
cool cop car, like sirens on it.
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah.
imagine that thing
I don't-
just hauling towards you.
And they'd be flush with like the.
Yeah.
Like, you
I'd be
see
gone,
that
bro.
thing,
I don't think they put
you
like
killed a
giant
man,
head
you're
on it,
getting
though.
away in a car after killing a man, you see a cop pull up to you in a Cybertruck. You just give up.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything.
You put your head on the ground. You're like, I'm sorry, sir.
Should have listened in the first place.
Just start kissing the Cybertruck.
And I mean, with all the technology in it, they can probably even like find a way to track people down with it.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Oh, that's
scary.
Like Obi-Wan tracking Django in episode 2. They just throw a tracker on.
They'll probably put like a little gun with a little
tracking
GPS
cloth.
and shoot at the car.
Yeah.
You have one of those falcon birds that shoots out of their
Yeah.
it'll just blow up your car.
I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. It has a long range.
I don't know.
It hauls crap.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Daxton, your camera gonna be fine? We're at.
I honestly have no idea.
All right.
Well, maybe
We'll-
we should
we'll
wrap
assume-
it up.
Well, we will see
If
you
not-
next week.
No, we're not.
I see
If
this.
the camera dies, it'll be a picture of us, and it'll just be the audio, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So we should move on to speculation. Like we've talked about speculation going in like the practicalities and the truck against others, but is Tesla like, do they got the right idea? They got the right idea. This is what cars are going to be like. Like everyone's going to take from them. Like, do we think that?
I do.
Yeah, I think
think-
it too. Like, this is
don't
what I think is either you love it or you don't love it, and you're gonna get it to love it later.
I don't see car companies making a truck like this. I can see them making cars more like it.
Yeah.
Could you give me your right?
Well, what time is it right now?
It's
11:16.
11:17.
11:17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
All right,
actually
so let's
like-
wrap this.
So let's go through the speculation opinion and end it up fast.
Okay.
We're running out of time.
Yep.
Sorry, folks. We're in an hour.
Speculations.
Running a little bit over this time.
So, do we think this is going to benefit Tesla? Are their stocks raised, right?
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think there was like over double the average volume sold on that day.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this is getting them a ton of clout. This is all over social media. I see this truck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. This is the new thing.
Yeah, like having it weird is practically its own self-advertisement.
I think people are going to see this and say, this is what the future is. I want to be in that.
Yeah.
And they're going to
And
want
plus,
to drive this
Elon
car.
Musk is such a cool guy, so that could have it too.
That'll just make him
I look
more
up to
money,
Elon.
really.
Mr.
Yeah.
And-
Elongated Muskrat.
And
Yeah.
I do think that it's just going to fully help him out. Give
So-
him more variety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what about Tesla ATV? Think that's
That I
Yeah.
would buy it. I
Oh,
would
that's
buy it in
that's
one
definitely
I
gonna
think-
be a thing. That's
yeah.
gonna get
like
so
it's going to be
many-
cheaper than the truck. Like
100%.
it's still going to be expensive
A 40
for an
grand
ATV.
four-wheeler.
Yeah,
That thing's
Yeah.
gotta be like.
I'd rather buy a
If
cheap
it has
one.
but
Tesla on
that
it, bro.
thing is
Yeah.
so futuristic. Like
It looks like a thing out of an.
I think
it's polygonal, like the actual truck.
I think they're going to do different modes with it. Just like all the other cars. They're going to have
Air
different...
suspension.
No, so I think they're going to have like base 2-wheel drive,
Yeah.
$5,000.
And I mean-
Second all-wheel drive,
Well,
$7,000.
there's always going to be options.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna point out real quick. I think
I'd take the
like,
second option.
It looks reflective, almost like
Yeah.
the materials like.
It looks like it's a matte gray kind of
It looks like,
silverish.
yeah, it looks like it's
Dude,
the
I think
truck.
that would benefit
When are they gonna-
four-wheeler riders because you'd be able to see them. Like when they crashed, it'd be able to glimmer.
I love
It could have like a crash detection.
and they put those in their car.
Yeah,
as a
crash detection.
But
No,
when
like-
is Tesla gonna incorporate
It
solar
would be
panels?
a safety feature.
Yeah, so
They're gonna. I think
They've talked about that.
Yeah.
Like people in Twitter, they're like,
Yeah.
"Do you think there's going to be an option to switch the bed cover to a solar panel?" And Elon replied, and he's like, "Probably."
Yeah.
So that's probably
and he's gonna do it.
it's yeah. It's Elon.
promised
He'll
the
do
truck.
it. They're trying to they have home solar panels, so I don't see why they have cars. And he said that the average person drives 30 miles a day in the U.S. And with this solar panel, like having it out in the sun for that 30 miles, essentially charges it, and you don't lose any charge for those miles.
And especially
if you park it in the sun,
outside.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And
it's
if you like go
essentially
grocery shopping 30
runs
miles
forever.
away, it'll charge back up.
exactly.
Yeah. All right.
And I think just real quick, my outlook. I think this is gonna help not only the people that buy it, but like also the future economy because we're heading more into zero emissions, and that leads to better wages. I think for everyone because there's just a better quality of products in life, and then eventually that's where we're gonna be.
More productivity.
Yeah, like I mean, it's going to be a long-term type of thing, but I mean, eventually we're going to get to the point where, this is what cars and trucks looks like in the
That'll
future.
be standard in
Yeah.
15, 20 years.
Yeah.
All right, so we already covered camping, and then we talked a bit about Mars. Cybertruck on Mars.
Yeah.
Elon hinted at an airlocking for the future of the Mars bubble cities, whatever they're talking about, so they can essentially take the car out of the city and explore Mars.
Bubble cities, like in Star Wars,
huge
where,
bubbles around the city.
Like Mandalore. They live in bubble cities.
So I think I'll just be
I'm a
like
Star Wars geek.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that'd be sick.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it going to Mars. He launched a roadster into space. Yeah, this thing's going to
Yeah.
Mars.
He launched a roadster in
Yeah,
space?
he's So essentially, Elon,
He basically.
he's sitting in traffic one day. He's like, man, I wish there was a faster way to do this. So he starts the Boring Company, starts making all these tunnels getting around the company, and to advertise his company, he starts selling hats. He runs out of hats. He starts making flamethrowers. He runs out of those. He launches his car
His personal
into space with his spaceship. And he lands his spaceship.
with the car on it.
Like, this dude is unstoppable. He does what he wants.
Wait, he did that.
Yeah.
He did that. That's a real thing. That's not a joke.
That's literally one of the most valuable cars ever.
Oh my gosh.
It came back.
It came back.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it came back.
we're on
Yo, dang.
And they like had a mannequin in a spacesuit.
They're probably gonna make futuristic thin spacesuits that are like Star Trek things.
Yeah,
They
Elon's
put on
talking
a big
about
glass.
commercial space flight.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a clip of him talking about how his heroes think that's wrong, and he actually started crying. I felt bad for
Oh
him.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right, so now to
Everybody's opinions. I think.
yeah, we need to get to the opinions because we're running out of time. So everyone likes the look, right?
I do.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
unanimous.
I first looked at it, thought it was a little weird. I looked back at it a couple hours
Yeah,
later.
that's what a
and
lot
I
of
thought it was
people
some
said.
sort of armored vehicle, and I mean, essentially it
Yeah.
is.
I instantly liked it. Like, it's so forward thinking. Like, it's so much different. I immediately thought Batmobile, and like PewDiePie, so let me find the picture of the tweet. So Elon, nobody expects a Cybertruck. That's a reference to nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition for the big brains that know that. PewDiePie, he says, does it allow attachments? Either way, I want one. And he shows a picture of Master Chief looking at the Cybertruck, and it's got a gun mounted on the back with the halo.
He edited that himself. He was like, friggin'.
All right. Well, my opinion on it, it's a great truck. It does everything better than the most popular truck in America, the 150. It outperforms it. It's a great all-around car for everybody. If you get a higher-end model, it goes further than any other electric car you're gonna get. I do kind of wish. It kind of bugs me a bit, but the bed, I feel like you couldn't tell as much with the walls. But I feel like over time you could cope with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pictures didn't get very good angles of the
Yeah. But overall, I really like it. I would definitely get one.
Yeah, if we had the money, definitely.
If we had the money, yeah.
Fund us, please.
Yeah.
So,
No money.
car of the future. That's what.
100%.
Yeah, it's going to be the car of the future. This is
Well,
they came
it
up with
can't
the
really be the
idea
car of the
to be
future,
the car of
it's
the. It's the car of the future now,
Yeah.
like the Phineas and Ferb flying car. It's the car of the future now.
It's still pulling a little bit.
Yeah, it pulls a little bit to the right.
Yeah.
Reed wouldn't get that.
Yeah, Reed didn't have a childhood, sadly. He was born at 15 years old.
Actually,
Feels bad.
what's your opinion on it?
I like it.
That's a good opinion.
Man of many words.
I thought it was just a concept at first when you showed me the picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
I thought
that's
it was
what
a
I thought
concept
too.
too. But I'm like,
I
that's
saw it
dope.
at
And then
Taylor's
he's like,
text.
oh, it's a real thing?
Yeah.
No, Ethan texted it, and I'm like, oh, this is such a meme. And then I looked it up for myself,
Yeah.
and it said Tesla.
Yeah, Dax is like, wait, is that real? What?
Yeah.
So worth the investment, not like investing in stocks. That's worth it with Tesla too.
I think
But is it worth buying it and having it long term? Like, is it going to pay itself?
that's
off?
$40,000, but I mean, you're not spending
Electricity's
much
cheaper.
on gas. And I mean, if you get the solar panel,
Yeah, you're
cover,
saving hundreds a
that's-
month on gas with the electric switch.
Especially
saving,
if
like,
they
thousands a
incorporate
year.
solar panels.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
holy crap.
Like, never charge your car.
What's your full opinion?
You know, I think that it's super practical, you know, and it's just an all-around car. You can take it to work. You can take it like off-roading. I mean, they're gonna get to the point where they can take it underwater, drive it on the bottom of the ocean.
That would be so
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you got
how the Muppets traveled by map.
But it's just, I mean, it's super sick, and it's like a super fast car. It's nice. All of the things that you could ever want in any car, just all combined into one.
It's the Swiss Army knife of cars.
For sure. That was a good.
What do you think, Daxon?
I mean, I think it's a great car. I like a lot of things about it. I'm just wondering if it comes in like different colors.
So on their website now, it's just one color. I couldn't imagine it looking good in a color other than the gray it comes in, or black or white. Like
gray
red and blue, I think
Like
would look a
matte,
bit weird.
matte black.
Yeah, matte black. That's what Bruce Wayne would get it in.
That's what he gets everything in.
Yeah.
Yeah, goes to Morgan Freeman.
Black.
Do you have it in black?
What about you?
I mean, I think, overall, it's like, if you got the money, that thing's going to last you a while, and I think it's going to save you quite a bit. Like, it's a good investment. I think, if you've got the money and you like, if you don't care about the way it feels, like, you don't care about, like, beefy truck, I think definitely it's worth it.
Yeah. So, would we buy it?
%
If we had everyone
for sure.
unanimous yes again.
Yeah.
All right, and then what could be better? Like, what don't we like? The last topic.
I think the better the truck
Speak
is
your mind.
the main problem.
Yeah. I wish it could go a bit further, because, like, trucks today, 700 miles. Easy.
My biggest problem is the steering wheel. Like, I haven't used it, so I don't know what it feels like, but I'd prefer to have a traditional steering wheel.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you could probably put one on it.
Yeah, you could change it out, I assume.
And I want to know how many charges it can take, like, in its lifespan.
Yeah, do you think that the battery
because
will...
the battery
obviously
degrades
wear out,
over time after you charge it. Like, we were talking about how we use the iPad charger.
My phone
that's
battery
charging it
is, like,
faster.
gone way down.
Yeah.
It charges it really fast, but then it starts to gradually, the battery depletes faster too.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with batteries.
And I know on, like, the first Roadster, like, the very original Tesla Roadster, I know the batteries on that, if they went dead, it's dead. You can't use it anymore.
Yeah.
So I think they figured that out, though. So now I just want to know how many charges it can take. Like, I think I read the Model X takes, like, 14,000. So I wonder how long that would last.
A lot.
Yeah.
They should just make a battery that doesn't die. There you go, Tesla. Just do it.
Isn't that hard?
easy.
Is that impossible?
Probably
Who knows?
right now, but
I think it's
years,
possible.
probably not.
Find some battery element on a space rock.
Just steal those space batteries that they have in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, what are they called? Drax always.
Zebulon Harbulary battery.
Something like that.
No, I don't know.
That's the Drax talk.
Harbulary batteries.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so I think that
everybody's
wraps everything up.
All right.
If you were listening the whole way, thanks for sticking with us the whole time.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Utahlk Podcast. We are very excited to start cranking out more podcasts for you guys. And make sure to subscribe and slap like at the Utahlk Podcast on YouTube. And follow us on Instagram at Utahlk Official. If there are any subjects that you would like us to discuss, then make sure to leave a comment on any of our social medias. See you guys next time.